Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles Benson. Welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, when we give you guys the first perspective on things and how we see them. And today we have a hell of a show in store for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. Now, this is a crazy one. This is actually a crazy one. As you guys know, the Lakers and the Nuggets played just 2 days ago, and the Nuggets beat the living hell out of the Lakers. In the second half, they ended up going on a 50-17 run, and it was just a total beatdown. And one of the stories going into the game was, of course, Russell Westbrook. As you guys know, Russell Westbrook was a former Laker 2 years ago. Going into that trade, or after the trade, rather, going into that season, there was a lot of excitement. There were people twerking it up all over the place, pouring honey all over the table, talking about, oh man, Lakers look like they can win. Even the odds makers were saying that the Lakers had the third best chance to win the NBA title, and certainly the best odds to come out of the Western Conference. So there was a lot of twerkation taking place. A lot of twerkation. People were twerking everywhere. Doors were shaking, tables were moving. It was just crazy, right? But as soon as the season commenced, after the first 20 games, the Lakers had about a 500 record, and then that's when people began to realize that, look, this thing may not be what we thought it was going to be. And it became painfully evident to the people that thought it was going to be a great season that Russell Westbrook on the Lakers with LeBron James just wasn't going to work. And it didn't work. Now, he had good numbers, but they didn't get the results that they were looking to achieve. And they didn't even make the play-in that year. It was just a total disaster. The following season, it was just more Russell Westbrook blame, because that's what they did all the season prior. Before that, and you had shows like Undisputed constantly trashing him. You had Laker fans trashing him. It was just really, really painful to see what Russell Westbrook went through. You saw his wife had to get involved at a certain point. So it was really bad, right? It was really bad. There were some stories even when his family attended the games, things people were saying to them. It was just a total mess. So after the situation deteriorated there, he got, I think, traded to the Jazz, and he got bought out, went to the Clippers. Spent a year and there, a year, two years there. And ultimately, he ended up landing with the Denver Nuggets with Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, and those guys, Aaron Gordon and those guys. And prior to him getting there, we were hearing that Nikola Jokic really, really wanted him on the team, right? And it kind of seems, it flies in the face of what we've been hearing about Russell Westbrook in the media for the previous few years. Oh, he's a locker room cancer. He's a vampire. All of these different things. But then Nikola Jokic wants him on the team. So Russell Westbrook joined the Denver Nuggets, and he's been having a stellar season. And I'm sure a lot of people marked it on their calendar the day he returned to go play the Lakers back in Crypto or Staples Center, whatever the hell they call it now these days. So he was there early in the game. You saw him dancing, doing his thing. And he checks into the game, and he's doing his thing, right? Putting up numbers, just doing his thing. So what happened? Yesterday, a bunch of videos started going viral of Russell Westbrook basically just verbally destroying the Lakers, LeBron, and Anthony Davis, and just basically going off on them. I'm like, man, this is a pretty interesting show that we got to touch on. But before we get into what Russell Westbrook had to say, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, Game Time. With only 1 month left until the end of the year, I'm really looking forward to creating special moments with family and friends by attending various theater shows, plays, and sporting events. And when it comes time for me to look for tickets, I absolutely love to use Game Time. Game Time is one of the most reliable marketplaces for last-minute tickets to the most popular events in sports, music, and theater in more than 60 cities across the United States and Canada. Game Time saves me money, time, and peace of mind, so I don't have to sort through thousands of tickets looking for the best prices or worry about whether or not if they're authentic or whether I'm going to receive them on time. Game Time Picks, one of my favorite Game Time tools, analyzes thousands of tickets for all of your favorite events near your location and finds you the best possible deal so you don't have to. For example, I'm looking forward to this upcoming concert at Madison Square Garden of one of my favorite composers, Hans Zimmer. Here, I can select the all-in price to see the total ticket price up front. No hidden fees. And now I can sort through the best possible deals I can find. I can choose the cheapest deals, the great deal, or the amazing deal. Once you select the ticket you want, you can use their panoramic seat view to ensure you know exactly what you're getting before you buy. And if you're like me and always make plans at the last minute, you can grab tickets up to 90 minutes after the event has started. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the app, create an account, and use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Again, create an account and use redeem code CLNS for $20 off. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So we don't own the rights to this footage, but we want to play some stills for you guys. And we want you guys to look at some of the stills and some of the captions of what Russell Westbrook is saying to the team, to Anthony Davis and those guys. So I want to play that for you now, and then we're going to come back and continue on the show. Take a look at some of this here.
It was so hard.
So you saw some of the things that Russell Westbrook had to say. Now, I want to read a little bit of the reaction of what people had to say. We got this from sideline sources. Let's read what some people said. One person said, that don't sound malicious. Sounds like two OG friends who talking smack when they don't get a chance to. Yeah, I disagree. Another person said, I love watching LeBron James lose. Another person said, yeah, Anthony Davis putting up 40 and 20 next time they play at Denver. That ain't gonna happen. Another person said, I love it. Another person said, this guy catches everything. Another person says, love to see it. Another person said, I love Russ. Another person said, love Russ. One other guy said, Westbrook took that personal, excuse me. And people just kept on chiming in and giving their thoughts and opinions on it. What are my thoughts on this? I think that Russell Westbrook is expressing what he truly believes in that group. And I think it goes beyond some of the things that we know. I think a lot of it has to do with the way these guys did not support him in terms of when the media was bashing him. He got no public support whatsoever from none of his teammates. And when the situation went bad, you saw videos out there of Russell Westbrook trying to kind of encourage LeBron and AD, and they looked to just kind of be like ignoring him. You could tell that they thought he was the problem. But that's just really the nature of the Lakers these days. They're always going to have somebody that they're going to blame. You know, it was Russell Westbrook. He wasn't the guy. Then they got rid of the coach. Frank Vogel wasn't the guy. Then they got Darvin Ham. That you could see footage out there of the players tuning out Darvin Ham. Oh, Darvin Ham is a problem. They moved it. It's just the nature of those guys. They are just born to point fingers at other players. Right? And I think that is something that Russell Westbrook saw through. Why Russell Westbrook wanted to play with LeBron and these guys, I don't know. It's like nobody reads the room. Nobody looks at history and sees what happens to teammates of LeBron when things just don't go well. They always get destroyed. But the irony in the media is that LeBron always makes his teammates better. That's just the irony in all of it. The irony is they say LeBron makes his teammates better, but whenever he doesn't win, all of their reputations get destroyed. Destroyed. Russell Westbrook being on the Lakers actually cost him money. When he went to the Lakers, he was getting paid max dollars. Max dollars. Now go look up the type of money that Russell Westbrook could command in an NBA market. That all came as a result of playing with LeBron and these guys. So he really made him better to the point where he was costing them tens of millions of dollars per annum playing with them. It is that bad. It is that bad. But nevertheless, you had people up there twerking it up. Oh, it's Russell Westbrook, Look at what he's doing now. Just last night, albeit in a loss, he had 24 points in the fourth quarter against, I think, the Knicks. Against the Knicks. And ever since he left the Lakers, people have been speaking positive of him in every destination. They loved him on the Clippers. All of the star players loved him. Now he's on the Denver Nuggets. They love him. So the Lakers are the only I heard before he even left Washington, they were begging him not to leave. But the moment he got to the Lakers, all of a sudden he became this cancer. He became this cancer, right? So to me, I think that's one of the reasons you see so many people rooting for Russ, and that's one of the reasons he called him a bunch of soft ass. You know what he called him? He's like, y'all soft like Sherman. That's what he says. So shout out to Russ, man, for keeping it gully. with those two. So what I want to know from you guys, what do you think about that footage? What do you think about our analysis? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you on the next show.